Hello, everybody. Today I'm going to talk about our interface to UPS WorldShip using our mail order feature. A lot of you using mail order, so I think you're going to really like this feature if you're using UPS WorldShip. So I've rung up a couple of prescriptions here, and then I'm going to go over to the flip chart called mail order and click mail order. Now we also have a feature here where you can let the customer know that their order has been processed, and you can even send them the tracking number from UPS when you do that. And you can do that via email or text message. Now, I can't send it anywhere, so I'm just going to click none here and bypass that. Then it'll come up with shipping information for the patient. And here we see Marie Abernathy, her address, and the telephone number. And you'll also see down below here that she actually has two addresses. So now in the customer editor, you can have an unlimited number of shipping addresses. And when you do that, they will all display here. If this is the one you want to use, then you simply move forward. Now, I'm also have the ability to go ahead and put in an expected delivery date. So I'm going to go ahead and put in the date and say that I'm going to expect it to be delivered on this date. This is not mandatory. This is optional. The next step is just a notice that UPS requires us to put on the screen that says they don't have liability on the addresses themselves. So I'm going to go ahead and hit enter for that. Now it's going to validate the address. If it's perfect like it was, then it's just going to go to the next screen. I'll do this again where I break the address and show you what happens in that case. So here, these are all parameters that can be defaulted. Some of this information is required, like the package length, width, and height, and the weight. Notice we're not allowed by UPS to default the weight. So we'll come down to the weight, and I'm just going to put in 1 pound. I can actually print a shipping label at this point, or I can confirm and not print the shipping label, and then that shipping label can be printed somewhere like in the back using UPS WorldShip's software. This will already be set up. You'll see the order there, and you can print the shipping label from there. It's up to you as to how you want to do that part. So I'm going to go ahead and just say F1, I'm going to confirm that I want to print the shipping label. It's going to get the information from UPS, and it's going to print the shipping label. And then I'll go through the payment method. So in this case, we have a credit card. We're using tokenization. This customer has a token on file, so we're just going to use the existing token. We're going to go ahead and use this one. And then we can print this and put it with the order and then put it in the package. Now, here's what's going to happen next. I'm going to show you that if we go to the transaction log viewer, I'm going to run this mail order pending transactions, preview it for you, show you a couple of things here. So now you can see the order that we just did at 10:54 and that it's pending delivery for $40, and here's the tracking number. Because I'm using a UPS test account, this is all the tracking number I get. We don't get a real tracking number, of course, so all of these would be different. This will stay on here until the delivery status, which is updated by UPS. UPS sends us the information back when it has been delivered. So once it's been delivered, we get a date and time stamp that it's been delivered, and this changes from pending to delivered. I don't have anything to show you here, but you would see that in the mail order transactions, all of the delivered, the date and time that those mail orders were delivered. Now I'm going to go over here to the transaction log viewer. I'm going to choose mail order, do today here, just so you can see what that looks like. So here's the one we just did. And so here you can see we didn't notify the customer for the deliveries in progress. Here's the expected delivery date, and here's the tracking number. So if anybody were to call you and ask you where something is or what's the tracking number, you'd actually be able to look up the tracking number. Once again, reminding you that these would not be XXXX, right? It would just be the rail tracking number. So those are the places you can look to look this information up. I hope this was helpful. And as always, I wish you a great day. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time. Cheers, everyone.